All right, the kitchen's pretty much done now. This week, Lane came over and covered over the range hood. Was plywood. And now, door has its crown. That is a pot filler back there. That's so you can fill the pots right on the stove. And this is pretty much an overview of our kitchen. It's been in the making for months and months. We got the cabinets from Tague Lumber, which is right here in Doylestown. Let's see, the design was done by Anna Zamuder of Tague. She had to try and fit all this stuff in. Where it's all going to go. In the design, not many people have an ice machine in their kitchen. So in the design, that was shown as a dryer because it's the same distance between the top and bottom, same dimensions. So this is, you can roll this cart out. This is a rolly cart we just use for food prep. It comes up to over by the stove. There's a couple unique cabinets that Pam ordered. This is the trash. Let me open these up and I'll show you. This is the trash drawer for the food prep area. It's nice to have the trash cans right next to where you're working. These are a special cabinet, and you get the drawers that pop up. It's so you can have the mixers and whatnot. The 6-quart is too big to fit in there and I have to readjust it. But they come up and they're even with the countertop. And then to put them back down again, it's just there's 2 handles. You just pull and lower it right down inside. I put outlets on the insides of the cabinets. So they just hook up there. Normally it'll be plugged in. Oh, the window. The window was blocked out. It had cinder blocks in it when we moved in. If you look at the old pictures, there were cinder blocks on the outside. When we demolished the kitchen, we had to get rid of all of the stoves and stuff. And when we took down that wall, it was stainless and a fire suppression system. And you could see the blocks from the inside. So we had a mason come in. They took out them all and they put in all stone and put a metal piece on the top, and then Jeff and I put the window in. They have, of course, this is for all your cookie sheets. This is for all of your cooking utensils and funnels, whisks. There's loud. Where's Lazy Susan's in both corners. There's Lazy Susan's. And next to the ice machine is Pam's ice grinder, I guess you call it, thing to make snow cones that she has every morning. And that just rolls out. You could also have the same easy out thing, but she didn't really need it, so we just left it like this. Let's see. I closed the drawers. They're very easy. I am really happy with the design. We may put another cabinet right here. It depends on how much more they need space. We have a big area right here that we can put in another cabinet. The countertops were done by a company called Marble Source in Ottsville. They came in. I can't believe the job they did. They did a really fabulous job. All the cabinets there's no seams. It's a big L right here. There is a big L there. This is a smaller L. This is fabulous here. They made this all one piece, all the way to the back, right halfway at the sink. Behind the faucet is the seam, and that's all one piece. It was like 700 pounds to get it in here, and then we had 4 guys lifting it up into place. So, and they cut it so perfect for around the side that they decided, and Pam decided, not to have a big backsplash, just to have a little one. But they really could have just used nothing and put just caulk in the bottom. That's how close it was. It's like, it's closer than this all the way around. We made this a big gap. Imagine if you call that a big gap, so that we can slide the stove in and out if we ever have to get to the back of it. And it's, so that's how tight they made it. This is the Thor stove. This has 8 burners, 2 of which are the griddle here, and then we have the other griddle here that goes on top. That just fits into the place where the tops are that hold the pots, so you can cook pancakes. That was Pam and Stevie's big wish, is to have a stove that really you could cook in, besides the things we've been using here for the past 7 years. This is our butler pantry, and to show you the difference in the countertops, these countertops for this area here are less square footage, and it costs double what the ones out there from Marble Source did. And these were all put in sections. You can see there's a seam here. There is a seam here. That piece comes over here. There is a seam right there. And then this is all one piece. But the backsplash, the reason they have to have such a big thick backsplash is because the walls are uneven, and because it's an old house, the walls are uneven, and they had to cover up because they just came in and measured. The difference being that the people that put in the other Marble Source came in with wood. They came in with slats of wood and they glued them together so that they were exactly what they needed to cut. So anyway, this is the butler pantry. This is our pantry. This is where all our food is stored. Might look like a lot, but there is 8 people living here now, and it was 9 when Sean lived here. So we do have quite a bit of, it's almost like a restaurant. This place was a restaurant when we bought it, and it had these big metal racks that they used out in the cooking area. This is now a actual building. This is our addition. It had 2 walk-in refrigerator freezers that they used for the pantry. And this is some of the stuff we brought from our old house. This was in our old pantry. This is really nice to keep your canned goods stored. This is the washroom, the laundry room. It is a little crowded right now. The plants are out because it's winter and we have to give them sun. There's 2 washers, 2 dryers here. We have mini splits for air conditioning, mostly in the summer. The heat in the winter is in floor heating. The floor has pipes running under it for radiant heat. This is what they call the mud room. It goes to the outside, and in it, of course, everybody has pull this out of the way. Everybody has a 3-person sauna in their mudroom. That is the freeze dryer. They cook food and then they freeze dry it, and then they store it. I think we have enough toilet paper. This room's a little messy because Stevie and the kids just got back from Ichiban Con in, it's a Comic-Con. But you get the general idea. They unloaded their car into it. There's Pam's spa style or quality, spa quality treadmill. It has the Wi-Fi capability to be able to plug in and walk down the whatever you want to put into it. Want to take a walk down Bright Angel Trail in Grand Canyon? Just download it and you can take it in. There's Pam's 3-position workout center. Okay. Version table, if you feel like hanging upside down like a bat. And a little roller thing that has something to do with rolling off the stuff underneath your skin. I don't really understand it. But then I don't go to a gym. I have enough to do around here. And I'm back over here. All of that stuff against the wall will eventually find its way into the butler pantry and the pantry and the kitchen. So they'll all be out of here. It'll all be out and they'll have their cars back in here again, except for Pam's car naturally is not going to come in because she's going to have her gym set up over there. And on the other side, which is very filled up, this is my bay. This is 27 foot ceiling. It was actually built so that we could get an RV in here or another bus if we ever had it. And again, everything's on rolly cart so we can move it around. And the same thing goes with in-floor heat here. The floor heating is the whole garage. I made it so I can turn off the outside so we can just heat in here. Right now, with no heat on, it pretty much stays around this temperature. It is 38 degrees outside right now, but it pretty much stays in the 60s here because the room, the boiler room that supplies all of the heat is in here. And just the heat from the boiler room is enough to keep in here warm. So even with the door shut. And all of the hoses that go underneath here, they're all continuous hoses. We couldn't put any, there was no connections or anything. They all run into that room and they all have shutoffs. So I can leave this heat on and I can turn off the heat for the big one. That's what the curtains are for. They just keep the heat in this room. And this is the bathroom we actually have for the pool, so that people don't have to come in from the pool into the house. They just come into this room right here. But it works out good for when I'm out here working, or when Pam is working out. She can just not come into the house. So that's a pretty nice option.